So today we are reading 4.36, and over here, Lord Krishna is saying in 4.36 that even if you are considered to be the most sinful of all sinners, a lot of times we get ego and we think, oh, I am doing seva, I am doing bhajan, I'm chanting Krishna's name, I'm serving the Lord, I'm remembering the Lord, I'm serving the devotees of the Lord. How many sins must be getting over? That ego should not come. We should always consider ourselves to be the most sinful out of all the sinners, right? The most sinful. Once Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there was a sabha of all the sannyasis. And rather than sitting up on a stage or anything with them, he was sitting in the back, right? Near where all of the people were keeping all of their shoes and everything. Right? So imagine that is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Radha Krishna himself. Radha and Krishna came down as the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? He, even he considered himself, I am so sinful, but he was not sinful at all. He was so pure, right? And over here, Krishna is saying the same thing that even if you are considered, but we should always consider ourselves to be the most sinful out of all the sinners. What do we think that I am chanting so much? I'm doing so much puja. I'm offering so much service to Krishna. I'm donating so much money. Right? Remember, we do not know what the other person may have done in their previous life to please Krishna, or even in this life. But Krishna is so merciful upon them. Right? We don't know what other people have done. We don't know. Allah chame razi hai, Allah kaisa razi hai. We don't know what pleases Krishna and who pleases Krishna and how they please Krishna. So, we should always consider ourselves the most sinful out of all the sinners. And we should consider ourselves smaller than a blade of grass. Right? Even Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu writes in the Sikshastakam, we should consider ourselves smaller than a blade of grass. And imagine the grass, which is so tall, sometimes it gets like, like to your sneaker in 3-4 inches where people step on the grass. And no matter how many times people step on it, the next day you will see that the grass grows back straight again. Right? That when people step on it, imagine how much pain that grass must be going through. People walk on the grass. They run the lawnmowers, such heavy lawnmowers on the grass. But wherever it falls down, it grows back up again tomorrow. Why? Because it is very humble. It does not have any ego. It had ego, it would say, that's it, now I'm dying, now do not step on me. Again, now, what do these people think they are? Whole day they are walking on me. Over here today in our life, somebody tells us something small which may hurt us. We remember that for the whole rest of our life. And we keep on repeating that inside our mind. How could they say this to me? How could they not invite me to this party? How could they do this? I've done so much for them. They were my best friend. How could they do this to me? Right? Let go of all of that because that is taking up space in our minds. And when it is taking up that space in our mind, that means we're not thinking about Krishna because we're thinking about either what someone did, what's happened, etc. And Krishna says, Man mana bhava mad bhakto. Always think of me. Right? So learn to let go of all these small things and consider ourselves to be the most sinful out of all the sinners. And then whenever we see anyone else, we will think, wow, look at how good they are, how much service they're doing for Krishna, how much Krishna must be pleased with them. And we should serve the devotees also in that manner, that look at all these other devotees, they're so much better than me. Right? I'm the most sinful out of all the sinners. So even if you are considered to be the most sinful of all sinners, when you are situated in the boat of transcendental knowledge, you will be able to cross over this ocean of miseries. Right? Just like how we sit in a boat to cross a river, to cross an ocean. Srila Prabhupada, who Janmashtami is coming up this Saturday, and then Prabhupada's appearance day on Sunday. Srila Prabhupada sat on the boat and came across the ocean on the boat, the Jalduta, from Calcutta to Boston in the US. Crossing the ocean, Srila Prabhupada had 3 heart attacks. And still, what is he saying? What did he write in his diary? What did he pray to Krishna? And, hey Krishna, please use me as your servant. If you wish for me to reach there, then make me reach there. Or if you wish for me to leave my body here, then let me leave my body here as you wish. And that night, that after heart attack, Srila Prabhupada wrote that prayer. The next day, even the sea became smooth. In fact, the captain of the ship came and told Prabhupada that the last 3, 4 days that they were on, the water was so smooth. Otherwise, the tides were very rough during that time. And you'll see the videos these days. There are so many videos on YouTube of what happens to ships when they're in high tide or when they're crossing the Atlantic Ocean. It's not easy. It's not for the faint of the heart. And Srila Prabhupada, who is 60 plus years of age, right? He sat on that boat carrying that transcendental knowledge and coming to the US to spread it to the entire world from there. So the last 4, 5 days, 1 week of the boat was so smooth. Even the captain was so surprised. Then it is said that Srila Prabhupada had a dream that Krishna himself is captaining that ship for Srila Prabhupada. Right? Srila Prabhupada was so old of age, right, in the body, that even the ship, the shipping company which Prabhupada came on, it was actually a ship that was carrying a lot of items from India. Even that ship, the shipping company owners would not let Srila Prabhupada on because they said that what if something happened to you? Then we will be held liable and responsible. Prabhupada said, no, I will not hold you. These days, they sign waivers, and all Srila Prabhupada had told them at that point and signed the waiver that I will not hold you responsible. And they issued that ticket to Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada came here and then on Second Avenue started the Matchless Gifts. His disciples bought the store called the Matchless Gifts. And that's what this is. This is matchless. No one can match the gift that Srila Prabhupada has given to the world. And to know that we are part of that same lineage and that parampara where Srila Prabhupada manifested. In fact, if you hear the manifestation story of Srila Prabhupada, it is said that one day Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada's guru, was sitting and crying. Krishna, please send me one of your spare preachers who can come and spread your holy name across the whole world, and we can fulfill the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that every single person in every village across the world is chanting Hare Krishna. And just like how uh, Swarup Goswami Maharaj, the son, our 6 Goswamis, how they cried for at the Shaligram Leela for the Shaligram Leela to have a deity of Krishna with lotus arms, lotus feet, and that Shaligram manifested. Just in that same way, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj's prayer, It manifested in the form of Srila Prabhupada. Because he was crying in so much pain that please send me someone who can preach to the entire world. Right? And we will be celebrating that Srila Prabhupada's appearance day on this Sunday. So on this Saturday is Janmashtami, so we fast till midnight. And if you cannot fast without water, milk, or fruits or anything, you can have all of the Ekadashi prasadam, for Janmashtami. But next day on Srila Prabhupada's appearance day, it is fasting till 12 noon. And again, if you cannot fast on that day until 12 noon, you can try to take Ekadashi and then break fast with grain prasadam after noon, after 12 noon for Srila Prabhupada's appearance day. Even Krishna is saying over here that when you are situated in the boat of transcendental knowledge, how do we sit on that boat, Krishna? Who will make us sit? It goes back to 4.34, Tadvidi Pranipatena Pariprashnena Sevya. That approach a bona fide spiritual master. Right? With their mercy, with their help, they will make us sit on that boat of transcendental knowledge. And when we don't know when that one wave will come and we will cross this ocean of material suffering so easily, and we will open our eyes and we will be straight in that Golokdham with the mercy of Guru and Krishna. Right? We're just waiting for that one wave. So Krishna, with the mercy of Guru Maharaj and Krishna, we have sat down in this boat of transcendental knowledge. Now what happens from here? A lot of times we go to temples in India, especially if you go to Vrindavan, Ayodhya, Tirupati, all of these dhams. A lot of times there's so much rush to even get into the door that we're not getting in. We're just standing there for minutes, and sometimes even hours. In Tirupati, you stand for such a long time, for literally hours. Right? And then as you get close to the door, it feels like the time is never ending, and we're standing there and cannot get in because the temple is so crowded. All of a sudden, one wave of big push comes, and then we find ourselves inside, right in front of Krishna, right in front of Banke Bihari, right in front of Venkateshwara. Right? That one push comes, and then we find ourselves right in the middle. Like, how did this happen? So just like that, one wave will come. We will leave this body, we will open our eyes, and we will be in that transcendental abode of Krishna. So who can make us sit in this boat? Right? Our spiritual master. We cannot get on ourselves. It is not like a cruise ship that we buy a ticket and we say, okay, now let me go sit. No. We have to serve our spiritual master, inquire about the supreme truth. What have they seen? Because they have seen that, so they can tell us the supreme truth. Then they start telling us the Krishna Leela, the Krishna Kathas, the Bhagavatam, right? And they drown us in that transcendental knowledge. And then when we have the transcendental knowledge that we are all part and parcel of Krishna, we all get on that boat, right? Chanting Krishna's name, serving the devotees of Krishna, serving our spiritual master. Seva, Satsang, and Simran, listening to the glories of Lord Krishna. Right? And in that way, we are already sitting on that boat, and now we have to just wait for that one big wave to come to take us back to that Golokdham. Right? So let us all continue to chant Krishna's name, serve Krishna and the devotees of Krishna, and also uh, listen to the glories of Krishna every single day. And with that, we will be always sitting in this transcendental boat of knowledge, and will cross this ocean with ease with the mercy of Guru and Krishna. So we'll end over here. Then we'll continue tomorrow. Before we end, we'll chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra Bihari Lal ki jai ho. निताय गौर हरि बोल. जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे. Hare Krishna.